Well, the truth has got a way of revealing itself just at the time when we least expected it. Coming up. Well. Senzo Mchunu's deputy minister has shocked all of us by throwing Mchunu under the bus head first, revealing that he, the deputy, was not in agreement with Mchunu when it comes to PKTT disbandment, and that he, the deputy, was also shocked by Mchunu's actions of disbanding the political killing task team. I was like, what? That was so shocking to hear. I don't know about you guys, but really, I keep saying this. I wonder whether still have got anything up his sleeves to defend Senzo Mchunu on this one, especially on the issue of PKTT disbandment. Listen to Cassel Mathale here, also expressing his shock by his boss, Senzo Mchunu. Listen to this.
We have had discussions around the structure and the need for us to handle things in such a manner that we strengthen our capacities so that you don't have to create task teams to deal with specific challenges, because we will have developed that capability within the police to deal with the challenges that we are confronted with. And it is in this context that the issues that we discussed around the PKTT took place.
Can you recall having a meeting specifically with Minister Mchunu in November of 2024?
Yes, I might not. We have had many meetings with him. So
well, I'm talking about the task team.
That's why I said we did discuss the task team as we were discussing the problems that the structure and how we think the structure must be structured and how we must strengthen certain units like murder and robbery so that we are able to address the problems of murder in the country. Because the political killings task team, it's a team that came as a result of the murder that was taking place amongst, which are politically related. That's why it was called political killings task team, but it is murder. And there was also the problem of the killing of traditional leaders, which is not political. It is murder as well, and killing of ordinary South Africans because either it's a robbery or gang-related matters, which is murder. And the rate at which we resolve these crimes is worrisome, hence the need to strengthen the unit that deals with murder and robbery so that we are able to resolve any murder that takes place in the country. And in that context, then the issues of the task team like political killings came into the discussion.
At these meetings that you held in these briefings, did the minister at any stage give an indication that he's either not happy with the task team or that he intended to have it disestablished?
Yeah, he did raise that matter, that it must be de-established, and we had discussions around that.
When would that have been?
I can't recall the exact date.
Now, you know by now that the minister issued his directive on the 31st of December 2024. Yeah. What was when did you first learn about the directive?
On the social media, that's where I picked it up. And then he then called, I think, was it, I'm not sure whether it was the 1st or the 2nd, but early January, that the letter that is circulating, he wrote the letter, because I thought it's fake.
Is that the usual way you learn about what the minister decides or has decided, that you learn about it on social media?
Well, that's not a right way. We have been interacting all along about everything that is to do with policing, but this specific one, that's how we learned about it, unfortunately.
Yo, just like KZN DPP, you remember, guys, that advocate Elaine Harrison, also the deputy minister, also only found out about the PKTT disbandment on social media. On social media. Wow.
During December 2024 and January 2025, I was on leave. So during January 2025, I then, through the social media reports, I came to learn about the de-establishment of the task team. And at that time, I thought it was fake news. So I was on leave.
And the fact that Mchunu did not even involve the provincial commissioner, which is General Mkhwanazi.
What was your reaction when you saw on social media that he had directed that the political killings task team be disbanded?
Well, as I said, I first dismissed it because it was odd for me to say something like that. And when he confirmed it himself, that he wrote it, and we must not be surprised. I didn't understand what could have motivated him to pen such a letter in the manner in which he did.
When did you first see the full text of the letter?
I'm not sure of the exact date, but yeah, I saw the full text. It was early January though, still, and I read it, and I had a problem because the way it was written, it was very difficult to comprehend how that is going to be realized, the content of the letter, because it was saying that the PKTT is disbanded with immediate effect. And that a close-up report must be submitted.
So let me come back to then what was your reaction when you saw the directive?
The letter?
Yes.
No, the letter. I'm saying that the letter came as a surprise to me, particularly the immediate disbandment of the unit and the dates that were set there. That to me was a problem, because the people who can be able to say we think we can close up this through this particular process are the operatives themselves out of an engagement.
Were you aware of the fact that the people in charge of the operations of the PKTT, General Mkhwanazi and Lieutenant General Khumalo, that they had not been consulted about the disestablishment of the task team?
Well, because the discussions we were having with the National Commissioner, for that decision to ultimately be implemented, it will necessarily need the engagement of all the role players.
Yeah. But don't you think that the minister should have consulted with him? They're the people directly involved.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, that the ultimate dissolution will have to take place after interacting with all the relevant role players. And this includes them.
The task team itself, was there any doubt in your mind that this task team was operating legally within the prescripts of SEPs, within an allocated budget, and falling under the authority of the National Commissioner, ultimately?
Yeah. I never doubted that.
Did the Minister ever mention to you or indicate to you or give you any idea that actually this political task team is not operating legally?
Well, you know, the discussions around this, it was not based on the legality of the unit or not, because that was never in question. I don't remember a meeting where we discussed that the team is illegal or something like that. That never arose. Well, the effectiveness of the team is not in question. They did an excellent job. Since they were instituted, there was progress around killings of activists, what one might call political killings that took place. There were progress. In fact, the effectiveness has never been an issue that was questioned within the space.
And when you said it was never in question, it never arose at all in your discussions with former Minister Mathale?
No. That question was never asked.
Beyond question.
Yeah, they were doing their job, and I believe they were doing a good job.
Okay.
Do you know what is concerning about Senzo Mchunu as the police minister? After hearing his deputy police minister literally say, there was absolutely nothing wrong with the PKTT. I mean, I worked with General Mathale before. We never needed to discuss it because they were an effective team. They were doing a very, very good job. The effectiveness of the team is not in question. They did an excellent job. Since they were instituted, there was progress. And they didn't just do the political side, the unalivings on the political side. They also did the traditional leaders. Basically, they worked hard.
Yo, guys, I don't know about you, but by the look of things, there is a whole lot of evidence against Senzo Mchunu. And what I would like to know, guys, from you also, because this really puzzles my mind. I'm very puzzled by this. I don't think that Cyril Ramaphosa still has a sounding reason of not dismissing Minister Senzo Mchunu. I don't think that there is still anything there. I mean, for Cyril to say no, for this reason, I'm not dismissing Senzo Mchunu. I don't think so. I don't think that Mchunu also has anything left in defense of himself or to defend himself. I mean, he were called here on the ad hoc committee and he made a mess of the whole thing. He kept on shooting lies after lies after lies after lies, which showed to us that he's got nothing up his sleeves to defend himself. Now, I want to hear from Cyril. I want to hear what is Cyril going to say now. What do you think about this, guys? Let me hear your comment below. And of course, if you are coming for the first time, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.